Pat Summerall here with John Madden. And John, of course, was the winning coach in Super Bowl 11 when he took the Oakland Raiders to their championship. And, John, how would you capture the mood of the teams right now?
Well, right now, Pat, the hoopla's over. You know, they've waited maybe all their lives to be in this Super Bowl. They've waited 2 weeks since their last championship game. They're in those locker rooms now, and the locker rooms tend to start to get tighter. We see Anderson in there, sitting there in the locker room. It's the last time that you're going to have by yourself. It's your last few moments, the last time to think. And what you want to do now is you just want to get out of there and bust out of that locker room and get on this field and get it started with.
And it seems to all close in on you, John, when you're in that locker room and when you go out in that tunnel.
That locker room gets smaller and smaller the closer it gets to time. There's the officials. They're going to call. They've just knocked on the locker room door, and the team will start out now.
And once they get through that tunnel and take a look at this magnificent stadium, it's like opening the door and looking at the world. And here come the 49ers.
You know, walking down that tunnel is a very, very lonely feeling. But when you get out there and you get out into the open, then you feel the excitement of the 80,000 fans that are in this stadium.
There is no feeling quite like it. You look at Dwight Clark, who figures to be such an important cog this afternoon. And you can see the daylight at the end of the tunnel, and that's what they've all been shooting for since the very beginning. Serious football thoughts, John. Everyone has said that they felt that this would be a high-scoring game. How do you feel?
I think it'll be a high-scoring game. You know, neither defense, I don't feel, will stop the other offense, and that's not out of disrespect for the defenses, but out of great respect for both these offensive teams.
The two quarterbacks, Anderson, Montana, both are mobile, but there is a difference.
There is a difference. You know, Anderson will run for yardage. He'll run for first downs. He'll run up the field. He's the second leading ground gainer on the Bengal team. Now, Montana will run. He just moves a little to buy time. You know, if someone's not open, he'll move to the right, find another receiver. I think he's the best in football at that.
Now, finally, John, you having been a coach, we've spent a lot of time with Bill Walsh of the 49ers and Forrest Gregg of Cincinnati. Did you get any indication from either as to who you think might win?
No, I didn't. But the one indicate, you know, there was a lot of talk about Forrest Gregg, that, you know, that he was tight, that he was this and that. But I'll tell you, he was very loose. He was very relaxed. He knows what he has to do, and he's gotten that across to his team. Okay.
It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
What's up, Angus? John the Beagle Dad. What's up, guys? Welcome back. Okay. Yeah, we had what you would call a Wi-Fi issue. I don't know what's going on between. That's why I couldn't do the Monday night game. That's why I couldn't do yesterday. That's why I'm on tonight, because the last 2 nights have been absolutely fucking insane as far as Wi-Fi. So I had to go back in that stream. Oh, I'm hanging in there, Angus. I'm ready to throw my fucking computer through the fucking out the fucking window. So I had to go delete that stream, end it, and then go back and retitle, redescription, rehook up, do this, do that. But I did it because this is where I want to be with you guys right now. So I guess it was such a pretty good opening tirade. I can't duplicate it, but basically let's break it down like this. Any Hall of Fame, sports, music, movies, whatever they have there, that fucking wax thing over there in fucking London, the wax fucking Hall of Fame or whatever the fuck that is. Hey, Anthony, what's up, buddy? How are you, buddy, from down under? He's full of spry. He was over in the, you were over in the basement. We were over in the basement earlier.
Maybe the dingo ate your baby. What? The dingo ate your baby.
Greetings, Anthony. It's too bad this ain't fucking vodka. I never drink vodka. Fuck that. Anyway, let me get back to this. We have a Hall of Fame in the AFL and Gray Alberts. Okay, this is fantastic, Anthony. Anthony, don't go nowhere. Let me ask you. Do you have any idea in the AFL and Gray Ablett, who votes on the who gets in? What is the board made of? Who is it? Is it writers? Is it blah blah blah? What is behind voting in a professional athlete from down under the bottom of the fucking planet? How do they go about bringing them guys into the Hall of Fame? And a two-part question, Anthony. How many of them guys that are in the Hall of Fame are dirty in real life? Still can't get in because Gray Ablett was a player. I'm sorry, I misinterpreted that. Still can't in because a hooker was found dead in his hotel room. Well, that's a pretty good reason to keep you out of the Hall of Fame. Unless you get in like OJ before you fucking commit murder. You got to commit murder after you get in. You can't commit murder before you get in. You have to wait, get in the Hall of Fame, then kill your wife. I don't even have to say alleged anymore, right? Didn't he fucking OJ did it, right? Well, whoever Gray was, I feel bad. He was, again, a guy. He's dirty. He's in a different, but that's a whole different ball game. I don't know too many guys in any of our baseball baseball maybe. See, this is where I need. Angus is here. He's a fucking encyclopedia. In the Baseball Hall of Fame, wasn't Ty Cobb under suspicion of murder or something? I don't know. That's the closest thing I can think of is Ty Cobb in baseball. In football, my God, it's a who's who. So when you talk about the Hall of Fame, especially any Hall of Fame, you immediately lose respect for them. I gave up on the Baseball Hall of Fame back when they said that when one guy held out for Derek Jeter. One guy said Derek Jeter's not a Hall of Famer, first ballot. Okay. Immediately that guy should just been taken out and just talked to and just mumble on down, get him on a bus, get him out of town. What are you, out of your fucking mind? How do you sit there and not fucking check the box with Jeter's name? Get the fuck out of get. Not everybody's gonna be a fucking 100%er. We know that. But some guys are. It's like, why are we even voting on some guys? Are they really gonna have to take a vote on Shohei? Are they gonna have to take a vote on Judge? Or are they gonna wait? Judge is great, but no rings, can't put him in the Hall of Fame. That's probably your next controversy would be Judge getting in the Hall of Fame. Unless the Yankees do something absolutely fucking spectacular in the next fucking decade. So so this being a black eye on the NFL, is this any different than Pete Rose being shunned? Is this the greatest shun in Hall of Fame history in sports since Pete Rose? And then you want to put them in after they're dead? What in the fuck is that all about? I looked at the list today of the guys who were on it. Kenny Anderson. Okay. Kenny Anderson played in the fucking 70s. He's not in the Hall of Fame yet. Why is he not in there? And then at the bottom of the list, I saw this guy's name. L.C. Greenwood. L.C. Greenwood is not in the Hall of Fame. This whole time I'm sitting in the Hall of Fame. L.C. Greenwood is not in the Hall of Fame. The biggest joke on the planet, as far as Hall of Fames, the biggest fucking joke on this planet that we're spinning on is the NFL just went from whatever position they were in right behind them. Right behind them. The only way the NFL could pass the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is if next year Bill Belichick still doesn't get in. Then the NFL will perceive the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as the biggest fucking crock of shit and the biggest joke on the planet. Anthony's out. All right. He'll be back soon. Maybe his head exploded from the question. But really, when we put all these freaking Hall of Fame, who goes in, who's a Hall of Famer, who's not a Hall of Famer, blah, 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 blah. They look at the numbers, they look at this, and then you get arguments. Every time you look at it, you look at some guys in the Baseball Hall of Fame, you go, well, what the fuck? How come Mattingly ain't here? Where's Mattingly on this list? What? And he still didn't get in? So fuck the Baseball Hall of Fame. Way back when they banned Pete Rose. Psh, done. I'm out of there. Football Hall of Fame, I mean, it's been clean as a bell up until Belichick. Clean as a bell until Belichick's ready to go in. And all of a sudden, the biggest fucking controversy to hit Hall of Fame history is Bill Belichick. Now, we all know. We don't have to sit here and... Oh, that's all right, Anthony. I didn't know that. You enjoy work. Enjoy work. Send it in an email or comment later in the replay comment section or whatever. But I'm just really interested in who votes on the AFL guys for Hall of Fame. Who's in charge of voting? How many guys vote? And all that. Now, you got what, 50 votes to get in? I mean, you get 50 voters and you need 40 to get in? And 11 guys vote against Belichick? That just tells you it's fucking personal. It is nothing to do with his fucking numbers, man. What's up, Texas? What's up, Texas? I mean, you're going to say 11 guys out of 50 guys who call themselves professional sports writers. They call themselves professional sports writers. They've been around this fucking sport their whole fucking entire career. And 11 of them said, Bill Belichick? Nah, he ain't a first rounder. What are you, crazy? He ain't first ballot. Stop. How many? What? He's responsible for 8 Super Bowls? He won 8 Super Bowls? Oh. He won 6 as a coach and 2 as an assistant coach. Oh. But he was in how many? Oh. Okay. Yeah, nah. What? He's only a few wins behind who? Don Shula? Don Shula, the winningest coach in the history of the fucking game? And Belichick's only a couple wins behind him? Man, that's too bad he didn't hit that. Man, if he hit that, then I'd have to think twice about putting him in. Wow. See? He couldn't even pass Shula. He's so great, he couldn't pass Shula. Wow. Fuck you, NFL. And fuck you, writers. Every fucking 11 of you. Every fucking 11 you should go out and have a fucking flat tire and have to jump start your fucking car. And I hope you go home and you find your wife with the fucking gardener. If you have a wife. If you have a husband, I hope he's with the gardener. I'm going to equate this to when I give up on shit. And then everything after that to me is just whatever the fuck. Don't give a fuck. Don't matter to me anymore. Academy Awards. Perfect example. Go back and look at the list of Academy Award movies. Look at all the Academy Award movies all the way up until you meet one called My Left Foot. When you get to My Left Foot, you go, wait a minute. Look at all those movies that were before My Left Foot. And then look at all the movies after My Left Foot. Seriously. Look at the list from after My Left Foot till right now in the Academy Awards and tell me, how many of those fucking movies have you even heard of? How many of those movies have you heard of and actually seen the movie and think it was what eligible for an Academy Award? Because look at the movies it was up against that year. My Left Foot, My Left Nut. My left foot, my left fucking foot. Fuck that. It's an embarrassment to the craft. It's an embarrassment to what was once something sacred. It's an embarrassment on so many levels. And I mean that. You look back on all those Academy Award winning movies, man. You've seen them 100 times. You heard about them. You know them in and out. You know every actor. You know this plot, everything, whatever. You know all that shit. My Left Foot. Ty Cobb's father, a judge, murdered somebody. Cobb did some bad things, but I don't know about murder. Yeah, all right, Angus. See, I knew he had. There was something with him and murder. I knew there was something with him and murder. So thanks for clearing that up. The AFL sitting board of 12, and Barry Cable was kicked out because they found out years later he had been touching kids. Well, that's a good reason to keep a guy out of the Hall of Fame, without a doubt. Maybe, give him what he has coming to him. Tell him he's going to the Hall of Fame. Pull a fucking whatchamacallit from Goodfellas. When they whacked Tommy, he thought he was getting made. Instead, they whacked him. Tell him, hey, you're in the Hall of Fame. Come here. We got to take you in the back door now. We're going to show you your bust. We got to take you in the back door, show you your bust, and then we got to get you out of here, right? And then when he walks to the door, ding! 12. So there's 12 people that vote. It's a sitting board of 12. What's the controversy? Well, you know what the controversy. Look at me asking Anthony. Belichick was not voted into the Hall of Fame. Texas. Angus. They took their left foot and booted Belichick from the hall entrance. Texas. Let's pin that motherfucker. Boom. Nice segue there, Texas. The old left foot with the fucking Belichick thing. Nice. See. That's why you're getting the fucking live chat. These fucking guys are crazy in here. Oh my lord, you're out of control, Texas. But that's funny as fuck. So, what happened? We all know it. We could sit here and we could say, "Oh, the Spygate." Hey, the NFL punished him already. That's all been taken care of, man. That came out of his wallet. Came out of fucking drafts, came out of this, came out of that, gave him a black eye for a little while. But after that, he still won fucking Super Bowls, all right? Spygate, no gate, whatever gate, floodgate, my left foot gate. Still won Super Bowls after that. The guy's the greatest fucking living coach that the fucking game knows. Next to Don Shula and Tom Landry, in my opinion, Don Shula, Tom Landry, Bill Belichick, Bill Parcells. There's mine. That's just the way I feel. But does the Football Hall of Fame have all those voting committees like baseball? Angus, they have 50 sports writers. The Football Hall of Fame voting board committee / fucking idiots who allow all this shit to happen. They should have went back in there and went, wait a minute. When they counted them votes, they were like, all right, fucking joke's over. Now fucking vote. But there's 50 guys, 50 sports writers on that committee. The requirement is one of the requirements for you to be able to be on that board is to have covered this sport for 10 years or more. That's one of the requirements. So 11 of them guys have been in this, watching the sport for more than 10 years. And I don't care what 10 years you're watching, the name Bill Belichick is in the history books no matter where you look. Okay, so it's not like you never heard of the fucking guy. And if you never heard of the guy, there's no reason for you to be a writer. And for you not to vote on him to go into the Hall of Fame. You have no business being on that board. You have no business being on that board. Just like the guy who didn't vote for Jeter. You have no business being on this board. You have no business in this room. If you're going to bring your personal animosity in here to vote on a guy going into a Hall of Fame, which has nothing to do with any of that. Nothing. Baseball, they tell us, oh, it's numbers. No, it's not. It's a personality contest in baseball. Football, I don't know. It was all clean until now. Now that we see some of these guys are fucking dirty. And some of these guys are big fucking babies. You know? And you're not getting in. You know, it's been said 1,000 times today, you know, people wish that, you know, Belichick would say something or whatever. What's he going to say? I don't know. Personally, if it was me, I'd say, look, don't vote next year. Don't vote the year after that because I don't give a fuck anymore. I don't want to be in your fucking Hall of Fame. If I'm not good enough to get in on the first one, fuck you. And yeah, I would allow that kind of ego to be spurred because he deserves it. Oh, man. Does the... Yeah, baseball, I think, is 72 writers, 72 people. I think 72 on something like that. I don't know. They got so much bullshit and fucking committees and shit. First of all, you want to solve the whole fucking issue. You take those fucking guys and you go, okay, great. You guys did a great fucking job. Yeah, beautiful job you guys did. Get the fuck out of here. To get into Hall of Fame in any of the major sports, baseball, football, hockey, basketball, golf, NASCAR, WWE, you should be voted into that sacred building by your peers. Not some fucking critic. Not some guy with a fucking, who started out with a pen, went to a keyboard, now he just sits there and fucking talks and everything dictates. So he does nothing now. He fondles his nuts now that he has his hands free. And doesn't vote for Bill Belichick. So, utter nonsense, and I don't know how the NFL Hall of Fame is coming back from this, man, because I seen the list of people that spoke out today, including Jimmy Johnson and Bill Cowher and Patrick Mahomes, LeBron James. From every sport, they're like, what in the fuck is going on over there? We thought we were fucking embarrassing. You guys are really fucking, you guys are leading the league. You guys are leading the league to be fucking morons. Yeah, that is pretty insane not to vote for him, without a doubt, Angus. The Veterans Committee seems to be more of judges of ethics than the evaluators of talent. You couldn't put it better, Angus. I couldn't agree with that comment anymore, man. Yeah, judge, you know, what are you judging, man? You are judging the guy on whatever criteria you guys came up with. And you pass them all. Pete Rose, Don Mattingly. Two guys right off the top of my fucking head. Pete Rose and Don Mattingly. Settle that first in baseball, then we could talk. Football. I don't know how you come back from not getting Belichick in on the first ballot. I don't know how you come back from that. As a matter of fact, I don't think they can come back from it. In baseball to articulate, yeah, you know, I just think in this situation, You need the guy in the Hall of Fame, and to put him out for a year because the writers are saying, well, that's for fucking with us and that's for being a dick. No, you have, has nothing to fucking do with it. Again, it all rolls in. You can't have Bill Belichick not on the ballot for the fucking Hall of Fame, and you can't tell me that 11 guys voted no. You can't tell me 11 guys voted no. You can't. 11? If he fell too short, would that be bigger? Would that be a bigger controversy if he, like, say, fell too short? What does that too short have an argument? No. Fuck no. 50 votes, 50 yays, move to the next guy. It shouldn't even have been a fucking thought. Trump needs to get Rose in the Hall of Fame. I know he was working on it, Texas, but Pete Rose's family is like, fuck it, fuck you. We don't want him. It doesn't matter anymore. It's meaningless. He ain't here to enjoy what he. Come on, give me a guy who played the game of baseball harder than Pete Rose. There's nobody on the fucking planet. Oh, Charlie Hustle, man. There was no, if you didn't see him play, then don't even think about arguing with me. Don't even argue with me if you didn't see him play. I saw his whole fucking career. That guy ate, slept, and fucked baseball. More hits than anybody that ever fucking played a game. And no one's going to come close to that. It's not. Not in today's game. It can't. It won't happen in today's game. It can't happen in today's game. Not when you're coming off a fucking season where you have 4 guys who batted 300. Stop. Fucking nuts. And it all rolls in. It's all the same in every sport, all the way down. It doesn't matter, man. You got a bunch of goofballs who think they're fucking God. Whereas Angus said, judges banging a fucking gavel on ethics and not fucking numbers and stats. How many guys are in the Hall of Fame? Any sport? Who are fucking hard-nosed? Didn't like the fucking paper press, didn't like this, didn't like that. Tell a beat writer to go fuck himself in a heartbeat? Come on. You want to talk about a Hall of Fame that's torn down? You got stories to tell. How about that WWE Hall of Fame? Find me a clean person. Find a clean person in the WWE Hall of Fame. Find me a clean guy. Find me a guy that was clean. Good night, guys. Good night, John. Thank you for coming in, man, hanging out with us. Hope you're feeling good, John. Thank you, buddy. Love your support. Angus, agree. Saw him play a lot. Rose should be in. Yeah, you got to see him play a lot because St. Louis and the Reds, man. You got to see a lot of fucking Reds Cincinnati games, man. Or even when he was in Philly. You're right there. Yeah, I seen him. There was nothing like Pete Rose, bro. There was nothing like that. Think about it. There's never been a ball player like Pete Rose. Who comes off the field like that? Who goes on the field like that? Who hustles that much, that consistently 100% of the time? From batter's box to first. Who? No. Nobody. Nobody. That's why the man's got the most fucking hits. Yes, Pete Rose is in the WWF Hall of Fame. Great point, Texas. Made that Hall of Fame, no problem. Talk about it. And what does that tell you about the guy? What does that tell you about Pete Rose? Sure, I'm in for it. Couple bucks. Yeah, I'll take a tombstone from Kane. Psh, right on. Shows you what kind of guy he was. He's a team player. He's a team player. You don't think he's like, you know how many people would love to do this to me? That hated me? How many games I lost people? How much money I cost people over the years? Absolutely. Great point, Texas. Pete Rose in the WWE Hall of Fame. Say that. Say that with me out there at home. Ready? Pete Rose is in the WWF Hall of Fame. Did you get that? All right, one more time. Pete Rose is in the WWF Hall of Fame. Okay, you ready? Pete Rose is not in the Baseball Hall of Fame. One more time. Pete Rose is not in the Baseball Hall of Fame. Okay? Ready? We'll put them together. Pete Rose is in the WWF Hall of Fame. Pete Rose is not in the Baseball Hall of Fame. I think that comment right there pretty much solidified it. That solidified it. That is pretty much the period, the explanation point at the end of the sentence on that about Hall of Fame. That's about wraps it up for the Hall of Fame things. Bill Belichick is not in the Football Hall of Fame. Unfucking believable. But it's real. All right, that's the end of that segment. I'm going to take a quick break, be right back, and I got something else to bring up, and we'll talk about it. But first, how about a quick word from one of our non-sponsors? We'll be right back after this word.
People think I'm a little hot-headed. Do you think it's the flames? People think I'm excitable. Do you think it's the Slim Jim? You need a little excitement? Snap into a Slim Jim.
I be looking at my stuff, man. Oh, folks, what do you mean, is it real? Is that real?
And I'd like to ask Muhammad, how, after so many fights, how can he stay so good looking?
You heard that now. She just said that to hurt me. His face was different, but it'd been punched to look like this.
You know what I heard? You know, somebody told me, I had somebody interviewed, and they said when you were a baby, you were so ugly, every time you cry, the tears would turn around and go down the back of your head. I don't remember my nose bleeding.
I saw it.
If I had a lower IQ, I could enjoy all of this.
Your IQ never reached room temperature. Just go ahead.
Chevrolet demonstrates how front-wheel drive pulls the 1980 Chevy Citation.
It's no surprise Citation can pull this trailer, but it may surprise you that with a special trailer hitch, this Citation will do it with the rear wheels off.
It's the first Chevy of the 80s.
Chevy Citation, the first front-wheel drive with Chevy behind it.
This could be the car you had in mind.
Citation demonstration drive today.
Chevy Citation.
Let's not stipulate to that. It's not a clean CR.
What do they have in
it's
it?
going into that. The point is,
they are voting yes on what we say here in Washington, a clean CR, a bill to keep the government running for 7 weeks, and Democrats are voting no.
He's dead, Jim.
You want to get high?
Yeah, why not? We're back after a brief word from none of our sponsors. You're our sponsors. The live chat is the sponsor, really. Not because the Players Hall of Fame is based on a lie. On to the next topic. Yeah, on to the next topic. What is the next topic? Well, how can the next topic not be Patriots in Seattle in the Super Bowl. We're going to break this down a lot more at another time, but yeah, we're just going to briefly talk about the matchup real quick. I'm taking Seattle. I think Seattle's going to be, pretty much too much for the Patriots. And I'm only saying that because it just 10 points ain't going to win it, folks. 10 points ain't going to win it. Not like last week. And that's not Denver Broncos on the other side of that ball in 2 weeks. That's the Seattle Seahawks, and they're going to be coming. They're ready. And Patriots ready too. It should be a great ball game. I hope it's a great ball game. I'm going to take the Seahawks. I'll have to look at the over-under when it gets closer to the game time. But for the most part, hey, Patriots back in the Super Bowl. Is this the beginning of another dynasty? Will Vrabel get in on the first ballot? Who knows? Stay tuned. If he loses this one, it doesn't look good. But no, when you take a team that was what were they? 3-14, and then you take them and you go fucking 14-3. Vrabel, wow, what a turnaround, man! What a turnaround for the Patriots. So no, they're good. Drake May, they got the weapons. Stevenson, good defense. They got a really good defense. That's the main reason they're here is because of that defense. So we're still going to get a good defensive matchup on both behalves. I know they gave up a lot of points to the Rams. Kind of expected, yeah. It was a little bit higher scoring than I thought it was going to be. I didn't see them getting that many. If anything, they were gifted 7, but after that, it's still 20 points. So, I don't know. I just think Seattle's really strong. Darnold probably have a nice day. It's going to be nice to see Darnold against, Drake May. It's should be really interesting. And, yeah, and isn't Tommy Provolone the backup for the Patriots? Isn't DeVito the backup over there on the Patriots sideline? I'm not sure who's backup for Seattle, but we'll look into that. We'll get into that. We'll get into all the numbers. We'll break it down. We'll look at the two teams and their journey from week 1 all the way up until Super Bowl kickoff in Santa Clara, which is right down the street from me. About 45 minutes or so. It's right there. So, Texas mentioned me in one of his shorts. Texas is like my. He's like an advertising. He's my marketing guy. He's constantly plugging me. I can't thank him enough. I go and I watch his videos, and then he plugs the third floor, which I appreciate so much. And if you haven't yet, I don't know what you're waiting for, man. You gotta get over to Texas and check it out, man. Got a really interesting box opening the other day with 6-packs in it, various Nebraska sports. It was pretty cool. I think we even got a. I don't know where Texas is, if he's here or not, but we had a. What was her name? I can't remember her name. Something Potts. Brenda Potts. Something like that. Brenda Potts. I was like, hey, we got a Brenda Potts moments. If we ever watch women's Nebraska basketball, which I don't think will happen. So anyway. Yeah. So what else is going on? Let's why don't we take a look at the scoreboard? That's a good idea. So, Football Hall of Fame said in a statement earlier tonight that voters who violated bylaws could be removed. So I guess they're investigating the voting. Ain't that nice? Anthony, what happened? Oh, what happened? We have Wi-Fi issues. Texas would have said. This is the kind of text that this is the kind of shit that fucking really burns my ass. Oh, don't do this to me. How do I show this without it? Oh, you guys can't. I wanted to share that. Can you guys see that? There you go. The alert I just got. Found out the ice will be out heavy for Super Bowl. Please be on high alert. Please be on high alert to let everyone know. That's fucking crazy. It's fucking crazy. People, hey, watch out for fucking ice. Oh, fuck out of here. Let them know where it's at. I don't know, man. The fucking world is nuts. Ice is going to be heavy for the Super Bowl. Watch out. Be on high alert. Why? For what? What are they going to do to me? The fuck did I do? If you don't belong here, be on high alert. And don't go to the fucking Super Bowl. Wait until the World Cup. Oh my God, wait until the World Cup. No way. I'll be out of here long before that. It's not going to be too much longer when you see all this shit around me disappear. As I fucking pack it up as we're getting ready to get thrown out of here. Fucking still got to find a fucking place to go. Don't get old and rely on the system. That's all I can tell you. All I can say is don't rely on the fucking system, people. Be careful with your money. When you get to the fucking Social Security stuff, be careful. Because they got you. And they got you good. They got you right by the fucking short hairs. And there really ain't nobody out there to help you. Oh, they say there is, but there ain't nobody out there. By the time you're jumping through the hoops, you got a tent and you're on fucking Main Street. That's just the way. That's just the way it goes. Ain't that exciting? All right. With that being in mind, now that I'm so happy, let's see another guy who's really happy.
Now Norwood tries to kick his longest ever on grass, 47 yards. 8 seconds left. Adam Lingner will snap it. No good. Wide right.
There are photographers and people all over the field, but the clock still has 4 seconds on it. When you keep the ball for over 40 minutes of a ball game, your offensive line did a wonderful job.
Yeah, the old wide right. Down here in Melbourne is the Australian Open, so I've been watching a lot of tennis, which has been great. I'm sure the tennis is great. That level of competition, absolutely. When you get into the Australian Open and all that, Wimbledon and all that, yeah, I mean, tennis can be pretty exciting at times, but you know, it lost all of its popularity here in America. There's no popular tennis in America anymore. Nothing like it used to be. Right? You had the Davis Cup and all that shit, and you had the U.S. Open. I mean, the U.S. Open still, you know, it attracts folks because it's an event. But it's not on the level that it used to be. Shit, the names going in and out of there years ago. Vidas Gerolaitis. Yeah, but what are you going to do? Yeah, the World Cup is going to be too expensive to watch. I can't even imagine what the streaming's going to be like for World Cup. I might have to do a live stream of the World Cup game just to try to get the views and try to get some subs out of it, because it's just going to be that fucking popular. And I do you really have to watch soccer? I mean, yeah, of course you watch it, but what I mean is it could really be a real easy radio broadcast game. You know? Because what action you're going to describe is so minimal and far and in between that if you're not watching it and you're listening to it, you know what I'm saying. You just turn around for the exciting parts when the guy's like going, goal! Not doing that shit. Fuck that. Just watch the Mexican channel. There you go. Telemundo. Telemundo used to have some pretty weird shit on it, man. I work with a group of Mexicans. We used to go back to, we were working in an apartment complex for this guy. And they were actually living in an apartment. That was part of the deal because that's how big the job was. They just lived on premise, woke up in the morning, we went to work. And then they went back to their apartment after. So, and I was living right down the street, so it didn't fucking really matter much. And we went back to their apartment, get high or whatever, and eat and shit. And they put on Telemundo, man. And I was like, wow, this shit's fucking crazy. I used to ask them, what the fuck did they just say? And they'd laugh because I don't fucking know. And they told me. Let's hear you yell goal. Next week, the World Cup starts in cricket. And the U.S. is playing. Quite honestly, man, cricket, man, that's one of them sports, bro, that's just... Yeah, cricket's, that's one for the ages. How's that, Texas? I wish I had a camera on Luna for that one. What a look. My old lady's in the other room probably going, what the fuck is he doing? That's a good thing. You could yell, touchdown. Touchdown. Ball's gone. Home run. It's out of here. Yeah, you covered the World Cup. I'll look into the matches. If it's a big match, if it's like really something special, I'll give it a try. Fuck, I'll give it a try. I got something on the back burner set up for, what's today, Wednesday? I got something on the back burner. Hopefully I'll do it on Friday. Staying along with the vintage play-by-play theme, right? We've done the football. We're going to do baseball when it's baseball season. But I got something on the back burner for Friday. I think everybody might enjoy it. I already did a watch-along on Rumble for the Daytona 500, 1998, Dale Earnhardt's victory. Called that, so practicing calling NASCAR. Plenty of practice calling baseball last year. Plenty of practice calling fucking football this year. And I just think I got better and better and better and better as it went along. So, yeah, I want to keep my all my options open. So, yeah, why the hell not? I called round 2 already. So, yeah, why not? We'll look into it, Texas. We'll look into it. Yeah, you don't know what it's like until you watch it. Well, I'm not covering the World Cup of fucking cricket. I can tell you that. That's for damn sure, because I wouldn't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I wouldn't even know how to call cricket. He threw it, he hit it, guy caught it, and the guy's hit it again. Guy, oh, well, he caught it after it bounced, but he caught it. Guy's still up there. Oh, he hit it again, backwards. Score? I have no idea. 1 in 22 to 35-6. There you go. Call cricket. Cricket is fun. I'm sure, Anthony, if you understand cricket and can follow it and know it, and you're a cricket fan, I am sure it is exceptionally entertaining. If you cover World Cup, I can help you announce if you wish. I don't want to steal your show, though. Oh, Angus, no, yeah. You want to come? Yeah, to have a soccer mind? Somebody knows what the fuck they're talking about in soccer? Other than the guy that's just going to say, hey, he kicked it over to that other dude, and he's playing with it. He's going to kick it back to that other dude. And that dude just, oh, he kicked it a long way to another dude, and he's playing with it. And here comes the guy. He's going, oh, he went around them with the ball. Oh, he kicked it to another guy. Now he kicked it to another guy. Yeah, Angus, you're on. There you go. My co-host for World Cup Soccer play-by-play will be none other than the third floor's very own chat warrior, Angus. Angus will officially be. I gotta go look at fucking soccer announcers. What's a famous pair of soccer announcers, Angus? I need the names of a couple of big name soccer announcers. English that speak English. I need English speaking so I can listen to them a little bit. See if I have to find the flow. See, in baseball, the flow is from the pitch to the reaction of the hitter and the result of what the hitter did on the reaction. After that, you got what? 15, 20 seconds to fill before the next pitch or whatever. Football, you got enough time to dissect what just happened on the last play, bring up what's happening, this and that. You have a little bit of time. Most of the time, you have a full 40 seconds. A lot of teams bring it down to 4 or 5 before they snap it or whatever. But in soccer, like I said, there's so much in between moments that are progressing to be something. There has to be a flow. So I need the name of a couple guys so I can listen to them. Anthony, sorry, you guys, I just can't watch soccer. And that's coming from a guy living down under. But yeah, you're a footy, you're a cricket guy. I get it. Yeah, rugby though. You got one of the greatest rugby teams ever. You got one of the greatest rugby teams that ever walked the planet down there, the All Blacks. My favorite English is Martin Taylor. He does Premier League. Martin Tyler. Martin Tyler. Okay. All right, I'll give him a listen, and I'll see how the flow goes. And yeah, we'll get together on that, Angus. Okay, there you go. Great suggestion, Texas. Way to jump in, Angus. And yeah, that would definitely help having you on because, like, again, I can feed off of you whatever information I can get out of you. Australia's in the Premier League. My favorite English is okay. Yeah, but Anthony, that's still in all, man. When I think Australia, I think rugby. Because I'm a rugby guy. I like rugby. I like the World Cup. I like Seven Nations. I like the Heineken Cup, the Premiership Cup. I like all that rugby, man. World Cup rugby is insanity. It really is. World Cup rugby is insanity. It really is. It's like another level of violence that I've never seen. But anyway, so I mean, World Cup. Damn, how? Yeah, World Cup. Yeah, got you. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do the World Cup. Me and Angus gonna be calling World Cup soccer. Look the fuck out. Better eat your Wheaties, Angus. You're gonna keep up with me on a play-by-play. You're gonna have to eat your Wheaties. Anthony, I live in the wrong state for rugby. You should try. What? Kabaddi. It's a cross between football and wrestling. What? Texas, where do you come up with this stuff? Texas, how do you find this shit? How do you know this? What? Kabaddi? Football and wrestling? I always wanted to call a sport. I think I can do a pretty good job. We're going to find out, Angus. I've seen Kabaddi on TV. I've never fucking heard of Kabaddi. Kabaddi. So, Kabaddi. Anyway, as always, here on the third floor, we always have something on in the background, some atmosphere. Anybody want to take any guesses of what's on in the background? Angus came close the other night. Angus was the closest the other night to what's on the TV behind me. He said Tiny Town Terror, and I turned it, and it was Steve Wilko's show. And they just happened to be talking about a whore from a tiny town. So that qualified. Angus was on the money. Kabaddi on TV. Do I even... All right. Kabaddi. Oh, YouTube. Kabaddi. Kabaddi Explained. Kabaddi Live. Shaka Pur versus Chamkor Shahib. Best Kabaddi match. Guy's wearing a Toronto Blue Jays fucking jersey. A Toronto Blue Jays jersey? What the fuck am I watching here? Oh, they're live. Women's kabaddi? Hold on a fucking second. Hold on a fucking second. This got 8,094 views 2 hours ago. 1,500 thumbs up. And it's just some dude talking about it. What the fuck? I'm looking for action. I don't see any action. All right. Is there any kabaddi? Kabaddi. There we go. Kabaddi. Aslam versus somebody. What the fuck? PKL qualifier 2 highlights. Punari Plantain versus Telugu Titans. Pro Kabaddi Season 12 Hindi. What the fuck? What? What are these guys doing? There's no ball? There's no ball? What the fuck are these guys doing? What is this? That's exciting? What happened? Is there a ball involved? 21-13. What is it? What is it? Unorganized tag? Is that what I'm seeing? Unorganized tag at a high level. You're holding hands. One guy. What the? No. Good night. No. Tag is not a sport. Sorry. All right, how do I get out of this shit? There we go. Kabungi. What is it? Kabudi. Kabandi. Kabadi. There you go. Kabaddi. Holy shit. I've seen Kabaddi. I just watched it. It's fucking nuts. Bozo the Clown. Arkansas edition. There's Texas dropping a line for your Kabaddi. Live Kabaddi. I always thought it was some sort of weird tag. Yeah, that's what it is. It's tag. It's fucking guys holding hands and a weird thing. And I'm like, what am I watching here? And that's professional sport. I wonder if they have a Hall of Fame and who votes them guys in. Just wonder. Okay, so we hit Kabaddi. Someone talked me into calling World Cup soccer tonight. So yeah, very interesting. Again, what a wonderful night. What a crazy, crazy fucking night again on the third floor. Sports Chat Live. Let's chat. You never know where it's going to go. All right, guys. I guess everybody's ready to get on out of here. It's after 11 on the East Coast. People are probably tired, ready to get out, get on getting. But yeah, we'll be back. Like I said, I got something in store for Friday night, so just stay tuned. Hit the like, hit the follow, hit the sub so you don't miss anything. I'm trying to think if I forgot anything that I had definitely wanted to share. No, that's it. We got it. All good. We can get on out of here. A bunch of monkeys vote them in. Yeah, this is probably in Kabaddi. 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 Kabiddy, kabaddi, kabooty. Angus, you have a great night, man. Stay safe out there. Stay toasty, man. Please stay toasty. And everybody else, we're going to get on out of here. We'll see you again. Hold on. Gotta love California, baby. Anyway, yeah, we're going to get out of here. Thank you, everybody. Like I said, this was just a impromptu. I wanted to come on here and talk about the Hall of Fame bullshit going on with Belichick. I'm sure we all agreed the guy belongs in the fucking Hall of Fame. Stop screwing around. And if that's anything to that ESPN thing that I just broke, the story that just broke, that I just broke it to you guys, that the committee appears to be looking into any shenanigans, and those people will be dealt with. And they should be. And they should be exposed. So, with that being said, we're going to get out of here, guys. I love you. Stay safe. Stay blessed. And remember, be kind for no reason. Love and look out for your fellow man. And more than ever in 25, we found out that mental health is a real fucking deal. So be careful who you're talking to, because you don't know what kind of day they had, and they definitely don't know what kind of day you had. So be kind for no reason. Love and look out for your fellow man. Until next time, here on the third floor. Boom! Stay blessed. Love you guys. Enjoy the out. Where's the fucking. Oh, there it is.
Compels you! The power of Christ compels you!
Hey, where are the white women at?
Farewell and adieu to you fair Spanish ladies. Farewell and adieu, you ladies of Spain. For we've received orders for to sail back to Boston. And so never more shall we see you again.